Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. What's up, what's up? What's up, what's up, what's up? Jacqueline Monet here, and I am so grateful to have you all here back on my channel. All right, so let's get into it. Today I want to give you 5 strategic steps on how to pivot your life from my own personal playbook, right? Of what I've done to pivot, leave corporate, heal, do the soul work, and rebuild from scratch, okay? Number 1. Define your next chapter. First, you got to know, what's your goal? What's your destination? Like, what is the end goal? What are you trying to achieve? What do you want to accomplish in your life? What's the next thing you actually want to pivot to? Are you just stagnant? You're not happy at your job? Or you want to stay at your job? You're just not happy about the current role you're in? These were some big pivots that I made. I moved from California to New York. Then I moved from New York to Atlanta. I didn't just up and do these things. I made a plan. I had to figure out what my goal was, what my destination was, and I actually applied these 5 steps and more steps to any of these big pivots that I made. These were solid goals and plans that I had in mind, or I knew my skill set wasn't being utilized properly and I wanted to shift into a new role. You got to define your chapter. Get really crystal clear on what you want, not just what you're running from. That's probably something that you probably shouldn't be thinking about, but you don't want to be running from something. Like, you should be running towards something. What's your next goal in life? What fuels your direction? You know, what part of your vision is going to keep fueling you and motivating you to keep moving forward? All right. Number 2, bet on you and back it up. Okay. This is about fully committing to yourself. When's the last time you asked yourself, am I fully committed to me? We all go through life committing to so many other things, relationship, people, schools, jobs, children, family members, friends, but what about yourself? Are you fully committed to yourself? You might need to sit and think about that for a second, right? You have to fully say, I'm committed to me, my next chapter, and my pivot, because it's not going to be easy. It can be hard, right? So no halfway moves. You got to really go all in. Show up for you, show up for yourself, but also find someone who's going to help hold the mirror up and hold you accountable, right? Those moments where imposter syndrome shows up and you're like, maybe I can't do this. Or those moments where it's like, damn, this is really hard and I hit a curveball here and I don't know how I'm going to make it to the next step. Find someone in your life that can hold you accountable, even if it's monthly, weekly, daily, at home, not at home. Maybe you need to invest in a coach. Maybe you need to invest in someone like me to help you with strategy sessions, and that's going to hold you accountable and check in with you and see, did you get this done? Did you check this off your list? Or it could be your mama, your mom, right? Your dad, your sibling, your best friend, your partner, someone that's really truly in your corner, not a hater, someone that really believes in you, really wants you to drive your life forward and is going to check in on you and hold you accountable to the commitment you made yourself. Number 3, build a pivot fund. So this is the moment where you need to, before you make that big leap, if you will, you have to get and think strategic, right? You need to come up with some ideas on what's my current status of my finances. Look at all of it. What do you currently owe? What's the total you currently owe? What's your savings looking like? Do you have some money coming in? Do you have a bonus coming in? Do you have a tax refund or some kind of check coming in from somewhere that you can hold on as a nest egg? Listen. I made a plan. I knew I was going to step out on faith or at least leave my job. So I started saving some money. I knew a bonus was coming, so I was working for that. However, unfortunately, because of some things that I went through towards the end of my stint at my last job, I lost 50% of my bonus, which was crazy. Definitely unwarranted and shouldn't have happened. However, little did I know, God was there waiting to give me a nice, great tax refund that could help give me the money back that I lost. So I had a savings, I had a bonus, and I had a tax refund. So that's what's been helping me along the way and helped me with my pivot because I had a plan in place financially. Just comb through your finances and really think and say, can I make this pivot now? Do I need to make it in 3 months, 6 months? Should I wait a little while? Will I get a goose egg somewhere? Can I put some money aside? When can I really make this change? And be thoughtful about that, right? Number 4, expose the real barriers. What are your roadblocks? We all have them. There's always something going on in our lives that causes a roadblock or something that's a barrier that can pretty much prevent us from wanting to take that next step, commit to ourselves, or take action once we have a plan, right? For some of us, health issues to imposter syndrome of fear can really lead to fear of starting over, right? If I allowed that to happen in my life, I would not be here right now talking to you. I have fibromyalgia, and health is always a battle for me. I also have feminine health issues. So there's a lot of things that could have stopped me, slowed me down, and probably did slow me down from even taking this long to get here to talk to y'all. But if I really truly let that win, I wouldn't be here. And you have to kind of find a way to mentally push that aside. Imposter syndrome, health issues, whatever roadblock you have, people in your life, to really say, this has to go because I need to focus on my goal. And you have to make sure you're out my way so I can stay in the driver's seat of my life, okay? So fibromyalgia is a big one for me. I have flare-ups daily. I'm literally having one right now. Y'all can't tell. I'm definitely in pain as we speak, but I sometimes get frustrated because every day is different and I wake up with a flare-up that slows me down from my goals and what I'm trying to achieve. But I have to find those moments where I don't feel as bad, where maybe my pain threshold for the day is at a 3. And those are the moments I can try to take baby steps forward to move forward with my goals, right? And sometimes we also have self-doubt within ourselves when we get laid off, or we can't find a new job, or something doesn't go our way, or we don't get a promotion that we want. But we have to find a way to get past those barriers and move forward and find a way around it. It's never a no, right? It's just finding a yes and finding an other way around it, or a workaround, as we like to say in tech. Find your workaround. Find your way around those barriers and around those roadblocks so you can keep driving forward towards your goal. Number 5, map it out. Move with intention, okay? This is when you really have to turn on that strategic brain so you can drive forward and take actions. A dream without strategy is just a wish. Creating a roadmap with solid dates, milestones, backup plans, people you can reach out to, mentors, questions you can ask, things you can look up on YouTube, things you can look up online. That's what's major key, and that's what's going to help you actually hit your destination, right? You don't just go on a whim and do things willy-nilly. Like, for some people that works, but it doesn't work for me. So I have to really think things through before I take a leap, and especially if it's a big pivot in my life, right? So with this stage, you really have to go through those first 4 stages, right? Think about the goal, the destination, figure out who's in your life that can hold you accountable, really commit, truly commit to yourself, figure out your finances on how you can pivot and when you can pivot in your life, expose those true roadblocks in your life. Then, once you've gone through those things, which sounds exhausting, I know. Once you go through those things, and while you're going through those things, create your map, create your roadblock, create your strategic plan forward. Maybe you need help with that, and that's what I'm here to do, to help people. So if you need a session, of course, sign up with me, and so I can help you walk through that and figure out how to pivot and create your playbook and your map book forward, because it's hard sometimes, right, to figure that on our own, but take action. You think, what can I do today before the day ends and the sun goes down, or even at night before midnight? What's a baby step or an action I can take today that's going to propel me forward? We always try to think, oh, I have to think of something that's going to be 5 years from now, or months from now, or a quarter from now, or next year. No. What can you do today that's going to take action to propel you forward towards your goal? So I want to leave you with that challenge, right? Okay, listen. We've gone through all 5. And listen, I didn't just wake up one day with a brand new life. I built this pivot piece by piece, brick by brick, piece by piece, with strategy, trust in myself, and a whole lot of faith, okay? Because it's been incredibly terrifying and scary. I don't want you to think that fear definitely didn't show up and show out, okay? Because fear has tried to stop me in my tracks so many times. And people think I'm this fearless person. No, I'm human. You know, it can be hard at times. But trust me when I say, these 5 steps weren't just ideas, right? They were survival tools that got me through layoffs and surgery and chronic illness and career transitions, promotions that I didn't get, new things that I had to do in my career to build my own future. And these have been proven successful with my life, okay? So if I can do it, you definitely can do it. And if you're feeling that nudge and that tug in your spirit that this vision of life isn't big enough for who you're becoming, take this as your sign. Move differently. This is your time to pivot. And this was just a tiny sneak peek of my up and coming Pivot Playbook that I'm going to be offering to the world. And I have so much more to share. So let me know in the comments below which of these 5 steps you're kind of walking in now, or which one resonated with you the most, or which one you're ready to take. Your next chapter is calling. The question is, are you ready to answer? Hey everybody, it's Jacqueline Monet here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel.